It's Developmental Disability Awareness Day at the Oklahoma State Capitol, and I'm here. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to try to find these lawmakers that are so opposed to Max's law. I'm going to try to find them today and ask them if I can email them everything. This is everything I sent Congressman Frank Lucas a couple weeks ago with a wheelie. It's my official letter from the United States Department of Interior on my complaint on Yellowstone National Park and Mount Rushmore, after National Park Rangers directed my son and I to the floor. You know, the United States Department of Interior is going to remove the barrier at those parks because they understand that Max has a federal right to a restroom, and so do all other Americans with disabilities. This is my ADA grievance with Oklahoma Department of Transportation on the Blackwell Visitor Center after Senator Rosino killed that bill. I'm going to ask all those lawmakers, all those state representatives, why they voted no on it. And I'm hoping to get a hold of Senator Rosino today and ask him why he won't take time to look at all this. And if I can get the Oklahoma Department of Transportation to remove a barrier in a building as a citizen, I really want to know what his expectations are of himself as a elected official, as a state lawmaker in this building, what his responsibilities to Oklahomans are in that building. This right here is what the International Code Council has approved for its 2024. This is what I've asked Representative Mickey Dollins to file as Max's law for the last 2 years, and he refused. He's trying to fall in the graces of the state chamber. And why would any member of the state chamber be opposed to Americans with disabilities having restroom access in any of the buildings? I'd like to know. This, an Oklahoma City architect sent me yesterday. I didn't have any clue. Had no idea this was in the works. It's been in the works for years. Probably about the same time I challenged Governor Abbott and Governor Kevin Stitt to a Red River challenge of who could be the most accessible, inclusive state first. You know, Oklahoma could have been the first state in the nation to install a universal adult-size changing table in our capital. But I've been told we're going to be the last. But anyway, this is what Texas is working on, y'all. Look at all this work. Why can't we have this kind of thoughtful planning in Oklahoma? Why are so many opposed to that? This right here, Jesus be near. This is my complaint with the United States Department of Justice on this building. It took me 10 days sitting at my computer as a timeline since I first asked for restroom access for my kid in this building. That's a timeline. This is my complaint with the United States Department of Justice on the Oklahoma State Capitol. This is my appeal. That was 60 days after 5 attorneys sat around a table and agreed to temporary accommodations to put an end to that. That's 60 days after I filed an ADA grievance. That's 60 days after attorneys came around a table about my first ignored ADA grievance in 2020 and my ADA grievance in 2021. Look at that. It's shameful. This is my appeal to the United States Department of Justice against the Oklahoma State Capitol. This right here is the International Code Commissions. This is how Oklahoma City, see that? Adult-size changing tables. This is what Oklahoma City is going to adopt. I believe it has unanimous support. It had unanimous support of the Oklahoma City Building Code Commission. And I believe that some changing tables were ordered yesterday through the Oklahoma City for several of our buildings. Anyway, I'm here to talk about all this. today. And I've heard I make people real uncomfortable with my presence in this building. And you know what? If several people should be real uncomfortable with my presence with all these documents and everything they've ignored over the last 5 years. This right here is the first scholarly article on universal adult size changing tables that we're aware of. Student out in University of California, Berkeley's working on a paper. And this is her first one. This is the 9th time. This is all these papers. This is all for Governor Kevin Stitt. I'm hoping to carry it around and ask lawmakers if I emailed it to them, would they read all this? Could you imagine me carrying around 149 copies of this, all this stuff? Could you imagine how heavy that'd be? I didn't have anything at home to be able to carry it all. This alone is what? 149 copies of the International Code Commission's proposal for 2024, so that all Americans and those who travel to this country, the rights they have in a restroom, and why any lawmaker in Oklahoma would not support this. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to make them talk to me about it. I would like you to reach out to your lawmakers today, and I would like you to ask them to support Max's law and equal access and participation in all Title II and III buildings in this state, because that's what Max's federal right to in a restroom is. And why would we do any less? I'd like you to contact them today. Ask them if they spoke with me.